Okay, everybody, we are here on, another match. Oh, my bad. I forgot to update the scores. You can switch that real quick. Reflect what's actually going on. It's 0-2 right now, so depending on how this game plays out, means that this might be the end of the finals of the Montana High School Championship Series, or we'll have another game.
I would love another game.
I would love another game. I think that, Hardin, last time we saw, we're on this. I'm excited about this map as well. I think this map pick is really interesting. We saw last time Hardin was really trying to use
That high ground.
that high ground, and I'm interested to see what they'll kind of do against the
Sidney composition.
against the Sidney composition, and they really, held that angle last time really hard. But I mean, this time there's also the thing that Hardin is going to be first, so that's a little different. Last time,
Sidney was defending first.
Sidney was defending first, so we'll see what they do. What's
Another
going on?
pregame ritual surrounding the Kiri. It looks like everyone does have their skins this time around, though. I'm noticing that McFlurry is off of his Genji. I think that was a target ban from Sidney, whilst Hardin's ban was Ana.
Interesting.
Sidney taking early point pressure and really just trying to surround these guys. Monkey just jumping straight in. Allowing Cloud to find two. Monkey tries to get out, gets hooked back in, and does get out. Cloud is just facing three of them right now. Freya spamming from a high ground, does find Junkrat. Monkey back in, music by himself, but he will probably get out because everyone's attention is on that Junker Queen. It looks like Mizu gets eliminated by the Monkey, and Cloud finds the Queen.
Interesting to see this Junkrat back in the game. A little bit of a different map, obviously, but last time
Monkey misses his jump.
Last time, I do believe that Junkrat was banned when we had this map.
Yes.
So, definitely interesting to see that back.
Monkey trying to play ahead. If you didn't know, Payload moves faster when you have three people on it, but any more is a bit of a waste. Will Hardin touch? Yes, Queen does get a touch on point. Early point presence. Monkey is a little bit kind of in a pickle right now. Tries to get out and gets out.
Looks like Sidney is separating, trying to get these picks off of Hardin, who's a little staggered, but it's kind of going in their advantage.
It looked like Cloud found two. Kiri was able to get one, and Buddha finished out the fight, getting another two. Cloud, he's a good Reaper play. He gets good off angles and is able to just sneak up on their backline and usually gets two per fight, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see. I mean, that split ended up catching Sidney off their game for a little bit, but Sidney was able to wrap it back in.
Yep. It looks like Reaper's trying to play above them, possibly looking for a Blossom here. They don't see him yet, and Monkey's getting all the attention. He pops Blossom with an early shot in. Big damage going out. Assisting with the Junker Queen and finding the Junkrat. Turtle Boy does also find the Brig, and that's too much damage for him to handle, so he does back out. But Monkey is going to be playing aggressively, so they can't touch. They're halfway through second point with 4 minutes 13 on the time.
Yep, and it looks like we're getting some ult economy going. We've got some ults gearing up on Hardin's side, and Sidney has theirs as well.
It looks like Sidney is coming up on Kitsune, just got it. Monkey has 75, and Coalescence is that built up, while Hardin is about to have Rally, Tire. They have Queen ult. It looks like they just capped second point. Garlic Bread almost goes down, but is able to get a health pack. It looks like Queen actually was able to pop off her ult. Was that a misclick?
I don't know.
She's in spawn. That might have been a misclick in spawn. That's unfortunate. Sidney just consistently having two on point, while the rest of the team is moving forward.
Looks like they have their Hardin has their Diva ult. They're coming up on all of the ults, which could win them a team fight, but depending on how they play this,
Brig ult being popped early to stun the Reaper, but can't find them. Sidney pops Coalescence, and Kitsune is able to find two. Bastional gets popped. Tire gets popped. Tire's going behind. Can't find anyone. Can he find someone? Turtle Boy right there. Turtle Boy avoids it.
That was a very, very good dodge.
Well-timed dodge right there from Turtle Boy. It looks like we're coming into second to last fight, possibly last fight territory.
We've got 1-0 on each side.
I'm really liking how Sidney is spreading out. They are also at an ult advantage, if I'm not wrong. Wembenyama having his Bola, if I'm not wrong. Queen is low HP, and Cloud is really trying to take advantage of that. Bola goes out, and it finds Queen. McFlurry does find Turtle Boy, and it looks like they're stabilizing on point while Sidney has to back away. Cloud pops. Oh, finds one, finds two, and gets traded out by McFlurry. Baby Diva still fighting, and Burrito Bandit trying to go for a flank here. Gets Bastion half HP.
Hardin really trying to stay on that point, but unfortunately they gotta back up while they're waiting for their support to come back. Their team regrouping.
Hardin, they have spawn advantage.
Yeah.
So if it's not a clean win for Sidney, then they won't be able to get the point. 3 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. Diva Bomb goes out. Does it find anyone? It finds two. Big advantage here for Sidney. Cloud finds another two. Now it's just a 5v1. Brig chooses to leave the point, and they might not have a touch here. Turtle Boy finishing off Brig, and that's going to be first point with 3 minutes on the clock. Let's see if Hardin is able to match that.
Yeah, I very interesting. We definitely saw Sidney playing as a team. We saw Hardin really trying to rally around that point in a very good way. They got that one team fight that was really well, but unfortunately, Sidney just had that spawn advantage there.
And they were also able to restabilize a little bit around this pillar. I saw that Monkey came back here, supports were back here, Reaper stabilized back here. They were a little lost, but I think they had the spirit.
Yeah, no, I definitely Hardin Hardin is trying their best, and I think there's still a chance. You know, a lot of people. It's not over till it's over. My biggest pet peeve in video games is when someone says GG's before the match is over. It bothers me so much.
Especially in ranked?
Especially in ranked. So, you know, I'm really glad to see that both of these teams are, you know, just very spirited, very aggressive, going at it. You know, nobody is backing down here.
Cassidy twirling his gun. He has a purple mythic with a robot skin. See over here, Brig with another purple mythic. Kiri with absolutely no skin. And Orisa with the mythic skin. A lot of good skins. Looks like Hardin is rolling out with a very pokey composition. Again, the Sigma, the Zenyatta, the Ashe. From long distances, they're going to be doing amazing. Sidney really wants to get up in there. With that Reaper, if he can close the distance, he's going to be doing great. Early pick from them McFlurry on Wembenyama. And it looks like Orisa's about to go down as well with the orb on her. Sidney just kind of crumbling here.
See.
Junkrat?
Yeah, I'm interested to see, because we saw that pick on Junkrat. Want to see if they can. There we go. They got one, but yeah, they got the pick back.
We'll go to Junkrat in a second.
Yeah, Junkrat. You know, really, this is their time to shine, and we saw them doing some good damage in early fight.
Yes, a lot of spam. Not even spam. I would say it's accurate. Reaper is sneaking up on the Junkrat. I don't know if he sees it. They see each other. Junkrat does go down early in the fight. I don't think Sidney liked what happened.
Yeah.
Garlic Bread is able to get the trade though.
Yeah, I think that, you know, I've definitely seen from both sides that both of these teams focus really well.
Yes.
When they do not like someone, they are serious about it.
You know, I'm realizing this now. Them McFlurry's actually on Junkrat. Garlic Bread is usually the Junkrat player. So their Junkrat player is on Ashe, now Bastion, but them McFlurry, usually the Genji Reaper player, is now playing Junkrat. Do you think they have like a Junkrat hierarchy?
I don't know. I think that's really interesting. I think, you know, it might just be to kind of catch them off guard with a different play style of Junkrat. I've seen some comments here said Mizuki ult gripping hard makes Diva and Cass ults useless, and you know that's one of the things is
I don't think Mizuki ult covers from Diva ult.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Overwatch player. I don't know all of that, but I do know that with Overwatch, one of the things that you can really, especially in high-level competition, is, you know, seeing what other people play and
Kiri's
picking against it.
picked out. Junkrat is also picked from the Monkey. Monkey almost goes down. Cloud finds 1, 2. Turtle
Pincer
Boy
move
finds that second
there.
one. Absolutely. Now it looks like they're finding some point presence. Moyer from the back using Coalescence. Monkey jumping in to help her out. And it looks like Sidney just barely grabs onto this first point.
Yeah. I'm interested. You know, Hardin is definitely putting on the pressure. We'll see if they can kind of regroup and finish pushing this cart.
One more team fight is all they need to get this first point.
Yeah. They are definitely close. They are still using this building like they did last time for cover, which I find interesting, you know, using the strategy that they know to try and get cover and then get over to that point.
I think Junkrat might be... Oh! Reaper popping ult for ult? Bar for bar, I guess. Garlic Bread does find a pick on the Monkey, and Hardin is back to point pressure.
Yeah, I definitely... I love this tension between Cloud and McFlurry. There's definitely a little tension going where... Yeah, there's some back and forth going there.
Wembenyama. McFlurry with 4.
Ooh, nice. There
Good
we go.
team fight
And
win.
that is going to win them that first point.
Ran into a wall on accident. Let's go see some Junkrat POV. It looks like Hardin is coming up on Bastion, has Mizuki and also has Sigil, while Sidney is coming up on Primal, Kitsune, and I don't know what Sojourn's ult is called.
Sojourn
Surge. Surge. If I'm not wrong, it's Surge. Junkrat playing on the off angle does not get cleared out, but does go back to main. I think Reaper is now on that same off angle, trying to get some early damage, and I think maybe looking for the Junkrat. Sojourn does pop ult there, get some early damage, and he finds 1. Almost gets Junkrat. Finish.
Oh.
Gets Junkrat.
There's 2.
Does he get 3? He
There's
finds
the
3. Good 3-piece from Wembenyama.
Nice ult there. I'm gonna be honest. I don't play. Are there any support ults there that could have saved that
Mizuki
county ult?
If popped properly, it's basically like a... Think of like a shield, but not a shield. Bullets can't pass through, but explosions can. Not like Junkrat's bombs, but like a Diva bomb, if it's popped above, it won't cover it. But it just doesn't allow bullets to go through, so if he popped it, Sojourn ult, he would have had to get in the ultimate to actually do that, and that's a lot of distance being closed in a very high damage team, if that makes sense. Suzu being popped early, that's a second of immortality. Reaper is in, gets a pick on the Sigma. Sidney has an advantage here, and they might use it to just walk it down. Cloud, 3-piece right there. You know, Cloud and McFlurry just going back and forth this entire game. I love to see it.
Yeah, and you know, and that's these DPSs are definitely pulling their weight.
They are.
We
yes.
saw in the last match that East Helena, some of their DPSs were lagging a little bit behind in that
Junkrat
ult
pops
area.
Tire at the same time as Bastion pops artillery. Will he find anyone? Trying to go for the Monkey. Monkey has shield and outlives it. Now Zenyatta pops ultimate to keep his Sigma alive. Sidney still has 4 ults on the board, and they might pop them soon. Monkey gets close. Wembenyama finishes him off. Coalescence is popped. Kitsune is also popped late fight. If I'm not wrong, Hardin just used one of their last ultimates to block those 2 support ultimates, but Sidney just had such a strong advantage that they could just walk forward.
Yeah, Sidney definitely had the ult advantage
They
there.
did. They played it very well. They kited the first couple ults and then used theirs to push back. Monkey playing a little far forward. He might get caught out. He uses Primal to live, and Wembenyama, they're just stuffing here. Hardin might not be able to touch here. 3, 2, 1, and they do not touch. If I'm not wrong, that is the series.
Yes, that's good. You know, Sidney, I have to say, did a great job at stuffing when needed. You know, you guys have been doing well this whole time. Sidney's been doing so great. We love to see it. Everybody did so great today. We appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. We're going to watch this final last play of the game from
that
the
was
Junkrat.
a great shot. And then one more to finish that clip off. That was beautiful.
Yeah, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I don't think we're quite done yet. I'll have to go check in, but we just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tuning in, and congratulations to Sydney for the win.